Well, I finally upgraded to Affinity, and I was happy to see that they kept the procedural texture filter in the new Affinity. I was a little worried they might cut it, but so far it's still in there. And so if I do a file and a new document, it's a little different. So the one I usually like is 1024, and that is down here, Legacy PC 4:3. So if I select that one, I can then change the pixels to 1024 by 1024 pixels, check to make sure it's in RGB mode, and create the document. Now that I have my document, I usually want to fill it with a layer. Is the easiest way to get started with a procedural texture filter. The fill tool is located underneath this one. It took me a while to find that. And then here's the fill tool. I'm going to switch over to black and fill it with black. I'll choose the move tool again. And now here's the live filters, and at the bottom, or near the bottom, it's a procedural texture filter, which looks like that. And I'll just do a coordinate system and add a real number input, scale for variable v equals vec2 of rx comma ry times a divided by w. Assign it to the 3 color channels, and there's the coordinate system. Another thing that's kind of cool about this is if I just create a new document and choose letter, create document, and then I can put different shapes in here. Now you used to be able to do this with the other Affinity, but this one it's just a lot slicker. So if I make a circle and I want to fill this with a procedural texture, I just go to my live procedural texture filter, select that, and choose the filter that I want to fill this with. Now I'm going to do this with one I just made called Mossy, and there's my Mossy procedural texture. I can put in another procedural texture. I'm going to use a 6-pointed star because this is a pattern that's 6-fold symmetric, and put my star in, and then just add another different procedural texture to this pattern. This one is based on colored circles, and it's centered on the page, but I can move it down so that it's centered down here, and then zoom in until it fills it up, whatever the pattern you want in there. You can move these around, but again, they won't move the procedural texture unless you click on it and drag it around relative to the page. So it's much easier to add a procedural texture to vector shapes. I don't think there's a method of transferring existing procedural textures over to the new one, which may not be a problem unless you have as many as I do, which are probably several hundred procedural textures I've made. So there's no way to import all of these into the other one. That'll give me a chance to sort out the good ones from the bad ones. So probably I create a lot of these on sort of a whim or just trying to experiment with something, and now I've got all these procedural textures. That's 2 years worth of procedural texturing. So from now on, I'll plan on doing the videos in the new Affinity. Let me know if you have any comments or questions, and thanks for watching.